had a very shiny nose. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought me some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. And the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus, you're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy...
It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
I think these could be one of my favorite things I've ever made. You know I love making rocky roads, especially cute ones. But the problem is, as soon as you cut it up, it doesn't look as good. It doesn't look as cute. So a while ago, I had this idea to make these rocky road bites, like individual mini rocky roads. And so I'm just cutting everything up really small. I'm melting the chocolate down as I usually would in 30-second increments in the microwave and cutting up all the ingredients really small. So I've got Scotch fingers, I've got some red licorice and some marshmallows, and then just mixing it all together and putting them in these large ice cube trays that I got from Kmart, and then decorating them with some sprinkles and these little icing decorations from Coles. The hardest part was actually just taking them out of the molds, but look how cute they are. They're so adorable, and they're seriously the most delicious rocky road I've ever made.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. XOXO, Gossip Girl.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every...
Let's make some Christmas marshmallows and lollies. So for the marshmallows, I'm mixing aeroplane jelly with gelatin and water, then beating this up in the mixer with some caster sugar and water until it's nice and fluffy. I'm then setting this in a lined tin overnight, and I also wanted to test out piping the marshmallow mixture, so I'm just making these cute little Christmas trees. I'm then mixing a packet of raspberry aeroplane jelly with some gelatin and water and popping this into these little heart molds to set. And then cutting up our marshmallows. I also tested out cutting it with a little star cutter, and it worked so well. So I'm then covering the marshmallows with a mixture of corn flour and icing sugar and popping the little hearts out of the mold when they're set. And of course I had to turn all of this into a rocky road. So I'm adding melted white chocolate, the marshmallows and lollies, and some chopped up sugar cookies, then some milk chocolate, our adorable Christmas tree marshmallows, and finishing it off by decorating it with some Christmas sweets. this is how it turned out. I really hope you enjoy.
Christmas songs. We're gonna have a party tonight. I'm gonna find that girl underneath the mistletoe. We'll kiss by candlelight. Room is swaying, records playing, all the old songs.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, it's glistening once again.
Can someone please tell me why these Oreo pinecone treats are so easy to make, yet so freaking adorable?
When I saw this recipe, I knew I had to try it. You just blend up your Oreos and then add them to a bowl with cream cheese, mixing until it forms a dough like this.
And then you can roll it into the pinecone shape. The dough is kind of sticky, so you can press in the chocolate cereal to make the outside part of the pinecone, and just look how perfect they come out.
Topping with a little powdered sugar to look like snow, and there you have it. Full recipes in the caption, and follow for more holiday inspo.
I thought I would test some viral Christmas recipes I've seen on my For You page. So the first thing I made were these chocolate pine cones. These are honestly so cute. All you need are Oreos, cream cheese, and these chocolate shells. So I started by blending up the Oreos, and then I added the cream cheese, and I mixed it together until it formed a dough, and then I turned them into little pine cone shapes. I made 4 of them. This was my favorite part, adding the chocolate shell cereal. So I added it all around the Oreos. It sticks in so easily, and they look so cute. And then to finish, I added some icing sugar so it looked like snow, and I was obsessed with these. I was thinking there is no way that these are going to taste good, but honestly, it tasted like a fudgy brownie. Like, it was really good. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. The next thing I attempted to make was this Christmas tree pull-apart cheesy bread, and I used cheese strings for this. In the video, she used strip cheese, and I also used pizza dough, and I cut them into little squares, and then I wrapped the cheese string inside of the pizza dough and rolled it, and then I made it into a Christmas tree shape. If I had more dough, I would have made an even bigger Christmas tree, but this is my cute Christmas tree. I cooked it for about 15 minutes, and I made this garlic and parsley butter, which I poured on top of the tree when it came out the oven. It literally smelled so good when I was pouring this on top. A lot of the cheese actually came out, but it still looks so nice. I didn't think the cheese strings would actually melt. The cheese tasted so good inside, and it was so stringy. The garlic butter on top was amazing. I would honestly give this a 9 out of 10. You have to try. The final Christmas recipe I tested was this Biscoff puff pastry Christmas tree. So I started with my sheet of puff pastry, and I put Biscoff all over it, and then I added another puff pastry sheet on top, and then I cut it into like really thin lines, and then I made it into these Christmas tree shapes. This was actually a lot harder than it looked, and then I had to like DIY cut stars to go on top because I don't have a star cutter. This looked cute before I put it in the oven, and then they kind of looked so bad, but I put some icing sugar on top, and they tasted good, guys, so that's all that matters.
Let's make the viral Christmas crack. This was so easy to make, and it was delicious. First, I put down a layer of salada crackers. Then I put 150 grams of butter and 150 grams of brown sugar into a pot, and I boiled it for a few minutes until it turned into a caramel. Then I took it off the heat and spread it onto the crackers in an even layer. Then I put it into the oven at 160 degrees for about 8 minutes. Once it came out of the oven, I put the chocolate on it, and I waited a few minutes for it to start melting, and then I just spread it around. And then it was time to decorate it. I used some peanut M&Ms. I just took out the red and green ones. And I also put some pretzels on there for a little bit of saltiness. And then I put on some leftover Christmas sprinkles that I had. And then lastly, I just broke it up into pieces. And then I tried some of it and it was so good, way better than I thought it was gonna be.